Welcome back, Attack! Today, we are gonna acknowledge the fact that there is a pattern in upcoming games where they take some MOBA elements and put it into their own genre and then make a new kind of shooter. Yeah, that's right. Today, we are gonna be talking about the top 10 upcoming character shooters. This is a new emerging genre and it is exploding hard and fast. I didn't see this coming, and I'm really excited to see what these games bring to the table because they're all very unique, and honestly, it really is a whole new genre. I know they're shooters, and I know at the same time they kind of bring some MOBA elements, but those two things combined has me hyped. Hopefully you are too, so let's carry it on through the video. Now, number 10, we have a game that I played extensively, and that is Dirty Bomb. And yes, I already played it. It's actually an open beta right now, so anybody can go and play it. And that's actually why it's so low on our list, because we already kind of know about it. So it's not really too much upcoming. No, not quite. I mean, it's not released yet, but whatever, guys. Anyways, Dirty Bomb is a character shooter, but it also loses a couple of points because the different characters really aren't as unique as they probably could be, especially compared to our competitors here on the list. But most of them actually kind of share a lot of similarities. It's almost like classes were broken down. Honestly, Dirty Bomb isn't a bad game. It's pretty good, but I'm just gonna say it's kind of above average right now, and it definitely is showing that the game was and probably still is in development hell. And our number 9 is Gunslinger Stratos Reloaded. That's right, guys, from the animation to the video game, we have the Gunslinger Stratos series. And this game is actually really interesting. It's gonna play kind of mechanically similar to the 2v2 free-to-play fighting game, Rise of Incarnates, where it is a shooter game, but it's really more based on the characters. Like, the shooters actually kind of auto-aim. So yeah, it's not as much a shooter as it is more like a brawling kind of fighter-ish thing. Anyways, it's really unique. It definitely has, well, a big fan base already, but mechanically, if it's gonna prevail over others, we'll have to see. And our number 8 is Berserker, and this game kind of came out of left field for me. I did my first impression on it, and I had a lot of fun with it. You play as these characters who are obsessed with beer. It's like these Vikings, and a lot of them are shooters, some of them are a little bit melee, but you do have these kind of MOBA-esque characters, and they do have their own unique roles and niches that they fill, and you put them into an arena, and you guys just kind of brawl it out. It's pretty silly. There's even a co-op mode for it, and honestly, I can see this game going pretty far, even though it really came out of nowhere. Let's see how far it can go, guys. Get hyped for that. Go watch the first impression, and honestly, it looks really good. I love its cartoon, clean art style. Absolutely something to look forward to. Now, number 7 on our list is Cosmic Break 2, which probably directly competes with Gunslinger Stratos Reloaded. However, I think this game, more than Gunslinger, is going to be a little bit more original and absolutely far more action-packed and a little bit more closely related to the higher tiers on this list. It is still anime-inspired, but you're going to have a little bit more uniquity with the characters because you are going to have this unique physics and the engine that's running the game. It just looks gorgeous. It looks like you can really truly utilize the 3D space, and that absolutely makes the difference here. Cosmic Break 2. Hopefully it comes out to the West pretty soon. And at number 6 on our list, we have Battle Cry. Now, I think one thing that's going to really differentiate Battle Cry is the fact that it's not using a cartoon art style. Now, certainly it is comical, but it's really more down-to-earth, a little bit more gritty than other games on this list. Now, in Battle Cry, you're going to have a really fast-paced, highly agility-based gameplay where it's essentially a Twitch third-person shooter with characters. Hey guys, we made it halfway on the list, woo! Anyways, at halfway, at number 5, we have Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six has been known to be a fairly competitive game, but extremely strategic and tactical. One thing that makes games fun to watch is characters and how they are utilized in these games, strategically and tactically. That's just a perfect match for Rainbow Six Siege. Not only that, but they seem to be catering everything around these characters, all these different maps, how you can move through these maps or break through them. The game itself seems to be actually allowing players to be really creative, not just with their team compositions, but also mechanically with the characters. Now, number 4 just got announced. This is by Hi-Rez, okay? The team that gave us Tribes Ascend, Global Agenda, and, of course, Smite. It is only logical that they would progress to the next step and combine their game Smite with their past experience with Tribes Ascend and Global Agenda to bring us Paladins. Now, Paladins actually, to me, at first glance, seems like they're actually mixing Hearthstone and Team Fortress 2 with a little bit of MOBA. Instead of leveling up abilities or buying items, you actually draw from a deck. Its art style, obviously, very cartoon, very colorful, very clean, and overall its polish seems to be pretty much on point, but it's gonna need to be in order to compete with the rest of the list here for top 10 character shooters. Numero 3, we have Battleborn. Now, of course, from the makers of Borderlands, you would expect something that has a lot of character with characters, obviously. And yeah, that brings us to Battleborn. You'll be able to play this on Xbox One, PS4, and on PC, and expect a plethora of different ways to play the game, not just with the different characters, but also different game modes, maps, and as well an entirely different section of the game, which is dedicated to PvE, to cooperative play, which is pretty different and unheard of, which is pretty fantastic, I think. Of course, makers of Borderlands, gotta add some grind, but I'm sure it's gonna have a huge amount of replayability, right? Let's hope. Coming in at our number 2 slot is a giant game called Gigantic. This game is massive in so many aspects, truly, but mainly the big one is that take a normal MOBA, put it third person, it's gonna be epic, really fast paced, but what makes it truly different and unique is the fact that instead of having small creeps, you have a giant that you must escort across the map and then slay the enemy team's giant. It doesn't quite work like an escort-ish, kind of works in phases. It's actually a really unique take, a very interesting game mode. You do spawn monsters, but they act more like towers as well, kind of like in capture points. But other than that, the game plays very much like a third-person shooter, with characters and epic, amazing abilities. And as the game progresses, you enhance directly these abilities. You choose how they evolve. The maps, the characters, pretty much everything about this game is gorgeous. I can't wait to get into it. Finally, we are at the number 1 position on our top 10 list for the character shooters, most anticipated at least, and this is Overwatch. Right here, guys. Overwatch seems to be like the evolution of what Team Fortress 2 did so long ago. Take the arena shooter genre, mix in some true objective gameplay, team-oriented mechanics, and now allow the players to pick classes. Except instead of classes, give them character. Now Blizzard, they're the king of character. Diablo, the defining action RPG game series. StarCraft, where yes, they gave us armies to control, but they actually gave individual armies character. World of Warcraft, and now Heroes of the Storm. Fun fact, Overwatch characters will actually blend into Heroes of the Storm whenever it releases. So yeah, Blizzard's definitely a big company who knows how to make characters, and in a character shooter that's pretty important. Probably the most anticipated game, let alone this genre. Now I want to ask you guys, for those who saw the teaser trailer, do you guys think that this should totally be like a movie or something? Like seriously, this game, this world seems like it should be explored. And actually, Overwatch was going to be an MMO, but it got retooled to be this arena shooter now, which is totally fine and good, but I still kind of want to see more of the world. That's just how hype Overwatch is. Thank you for watching our top 10 upcoming character shooters. I'm really excited for all of these games, actually. I want to try them all out. I love playing all these different individual characters. That's why we like MOBAs. That's why I like MOBAs. That's why everyone likes fighting games. We like trying out these different characters, seeing what we could do as players. It's awesome when games give us creativity to game. I mean, that's the whole point. That's the verb. We want to game the system, man. We want to game the games. And characters allow us to do that more than any other system, truly. At least for the most part when it comes to competitive games. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end and say that I'm excited to maybe compete with you guys, see who the best Tracer NA is. So in the comments below, tell me which characters are your favorite in these games. I like Tracer from Overwatch, I like Woden from Gigantic. If you got a favorite game, tell me about it too. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Let's just like overhype each other. Why not? And remember to come back, Attack, and please like and subscribe so that you can stay notified of our top 10s that are coming out. And get hyped, get excited for it, and we'll be excited to see you there. Welcome back, Attack. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 free-to-play MMOs for this year, for 2015, and I think across all the genres for free-to-plays, we've seen so much innovation in MOBAs, in MMOs, in like card games. We've seen so many new things this past year, and hopefully, maybe, probably so, 2015 is going to be just as exciting.